Hi boys and girls, it's story time. I have a friend to help me out today. You may have seen him before. This is my little mouse friend. He's gonna help me with today's story. So, you can tell a lot about a story just by looking at the picture on the cover. Okay, so let's try to decide what we can tell, like what we can find out about our book just from looking at this cover. It's called The Tale of Pip and Squeak. What do you see there? My friend kind of gave it away, didn't he? Looks like it's going to be about maybe some mice, two mice. These two right here, maybe one named Pip, maybe that's this one, and one named Squeak. Could be. What do we think, like what type of mice do we think they're going to be? Like maybe one likes to paint. See, he has a paintbrush here and some paints. Maybe one likes to draw. These are music notes. Maybe he likes to sing, right? Could be. Maybe they're messy. And do they look like they are best friends? Or maybe not. They're sticking their tongues out at each other. Can you stick your tongue out at me? Is that very nice? No, so they're not being very nice to each other. So maybe in this story they are fighting, either mad at each other. Let's read to find out if our predictions or our guesses were right. Kate Duke wrote this book for us. Let's read all about Pip and Squeak. Looks like there are two different types of mice, like two different characters here. So we have one that has a messy coat because has paint on his coat, and this one looks all fancy. Got a tie, looks nice and clean. Ooh, wow. Look at all this detail. It's like they have a whole community in there. Check out all those different things. Looks like they're maybe up in an attic. Looks like that's like the roof of the house, the inner side of the roof of the house, up in the attic. Maybe some of you have an attic. Maybe there's a whole mouse family living up there. Never know. There's more of their world, their community. Looks like this is on a dresser. Look, they used a lamp, a broken lamp to live in. It's like their apartment, their house. Once upon a time, there were two brothers. Oh, they're brothers. Pip and, do you remember the other one's name? Squeak. They lived together in a big house in a pleasant neighborhood. Pip was an artist. Ooh, that's what we thought. He painted pictures, like some of you. Squeak wrote songs and sang them in a hearty baritone. There's piano there. These special mice. Squeak and Pip had lots of friends, but they were not friends with each other. Pip said the sounds of Squeak's singing hurt his ears. Cover your ears. Oh. Squeak said the smell, you pinch your nose. The smell of Pip's paint irritated his delicate throat and made him cough so much it was a miracle he could utter a note. Oh boy, they're not getting along. So Pip stayed in his studio at one end of the house, and Squeak stayed in his music room at the other end. And the very big room in the middle stayed empty, except for one day every year. This is a closer up view of their house that we saw here. They're on each side of their house there. On that one day, Pip and Squeak always gave a big party for all their friends. The brothers would work for days getting ready. They cleaned, they shopped, they baked, they decorated, kind of like you would do at your house maybe if you have a big party, or we do at school. We've had some big parties at school. Oh, they're arguing. They're saying things like, my side's going to be cleaner than yours. My card is faster than yours. They're comparing themselves. These look much better than yours. Oh boy. Not as nice. Oh, this one's first. Green and orange will look nice. Not as nice as blue and purple. Oh boy. They're fighting and arguing, bickering you could say. There's another word. Squeak always made his special recipe for hogberry nog. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. And Pip always made his special recipe for hogberry nog. Squeak said his was the best in the universe. Pip said his was the best in the universe, plus 50 miles outside of it. They just cannot agree. Uh-oh, wonder how this is going to end. Every year the party was the same. For entertainment, Squeak would sing his newest songs up in his music room. Pip stayed downstairs. Ooh, looks like he's feeling grumpy. Then Pip would show off his latest paintings up in his studio. Squeak stayed downstairs. Plugging his nose. Do you remember why he plugs his nose when Pip shows his paintings? He thinks they smell, right? Well, he didn't like the smell. It hurt his throat and he couldn't sing well. Made him cough, right? Look at all his paintings up there. Lots of friends there. But one year, something new happened. Squeak wrote a very long song. It was his longest song ever. I'm going to sing it in the big room, he told Pip, because he used to sing it in his music room, right? And I'll stand on a real stage, and I'll be the star of the party. No fair, cried Pip. He ran upstairs and started painting some new pictures. They were his biggest pictures ever. Soon, there was no more room for them in the studio. Oh, so now what's he going to want to do? Maybe put his pictures in that big room? Let's see. Downstairs in the big room, though, there was plenty of space. Hey! Shouted Squeak. You've ruined my stage! Look at him yelling. This is a mess! It is not, said Pip. It's my art exhibit. My paintings will be everywhere, and I'll be the star of the party. Uh-oh. They both want their way. No fair, shouted Squeak. Pip pulled Squeak's tail. Oh. Squeak yanked Pip's ears. Ouch. Squeak yanked Pip's ears. Pip ran. Squeak ran after him. Back and forth and up and down and around they went. Suddenly, Pip tripped. Squeak slipped. Oh no. I knew this wasn't going to be good. Chairs tipped. Pictures flipped. Music ripped. Eek! Squeak squawked. Yeek! Pip yipped. They rhyme. Oh gee! Squeak peeped. Yikes! yelled Pip. Oh boy. Hey, look at me! Squeak squealed. Are their feelings changing? Whoopee! Pip squeaked. Kind of a tongue twister. Looks like they're changing their opinions. They were just like yelling and screaming and kind of like, whoa, and then it was like, wait, it changed. Oh me, oh my. This is fun, piped Pip. Lots of fun, sang Squeak. Woo! He's flying all over. Hey, guess it turns out pretty good after all. But, oh boy, maybe I spoke too soon. When it was all over, the big room was a big mess. And the brothers were in big trouble because the party was the next day. Oh man, they had cleaning and decorating and all that to do, and together they looked at what they had done. I have an idea, said Squeak. I want to, said Pip. I bet mine's better than yours, said Squeak. Oh my goodness, they're arguing again. But it wasn't. It was the same idea. Silly brothers. Do you ever fight with your brother if you have a brother? Or your sister sometimes? The brothers got busy. Squeak hammered. Pip sawed. There they are doing it. Squeak found a curtain. Pip found a pole. Squeak noticed a problem. Pip fixed it. It's too dark. Ooh. Pip had to touch up a few of his pictures. Squeak watched him, and he didn't cough once. The smell didn't bother his throat this time. Wow. Squeak needed to practice. Pip stayed and listened. Hey, what a nice brother. And his ears felt just fine. Wow. By the night of the party, everything was ready. Yippee! When the curtains parted, now they're opened. They're parted. The audience cheered. Woo! Be the audience. Yeah! Woohoo! Never had Pip's pictures looked so beautiful or so big. Look at, they fill the whole area, the whole space. Wow. Hey, that's how he fixed that problem of it being too dark. That star went up in the top. Oh, cut the hole in it and put the flashlight in there. There, and then they hung it from there. There, that helps with the brightness. Never had Squeak sung so magnificently, or for such a long time. Wow. At the end of the show, Squeak bowed. Take a bow. Ready? My little mouse, take a bow. To the audience. Pip bowed too. And then they bowed to each other. Because they were both the stars of the party. Yay, 2 stars. We can have 2 stars. Bravo, Squeak! Bravo, Pip! The audience shouted. Woo! Hooray, hooray! Shout hooray with the audience. You did a great job this year. The evening was a triumph. Ooh, there's that star. They took it down from the ceiling. The guests all exclaimed that this year's party was the most fun ever. Pip and Squeak had to agree. Although Squeak still said that his Hogberry Nog was the best in the universe, and Pip still said that his was the best in the universe, plus 50, no 100 miles outside of it.